another edition of the Hangover Music Show. I am your host, Corina Corina, and today's guest is my good friend Alan from Jen Urban in the Box.
Hi.
Salute.
Thanks for having me.
Having a little hair dog.
Of course, little mimosa. Oh my gosh, I am such a firm believer in you drink what's good for you when you get to the place that it is. Like if you're sitting somewhere on the beach, you should have a frozen daiquiri. If you're going to a whiskey cocktail bar, then you should have a whiskey cocktail.
So you're a circumstantial drinker.
Oh, I can be. I'm also a very happy palate. I've always been a very happy eater and drinker. You can just ask my mommy. Yeah, I'm blessed with a love for kind of everything.
You're like a bartender's best friend.
Kind of. But I learned very early on, you call stuff. You call stuff. Life is way too short for cheap liquor. So it's very important to, life is way too short for cheap liquor. Ugh.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. So it's important to have preferences. And also as an underage drinker at the time, I was like, oh yeah, you're going to look really cool if you like, yeah, I'll have a Jack Daniel's sour.
I will have a Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Twisted orange.
I'll have a Johnny Walker Blue and Sprite, please.
Speaking of drinking, it's always speaking of drinking.
Of course.
I give you a song that's a little dark.
Indeed.
So the concept for this album that we're discussing, Hangover Music, is every aspect of my relationship with alcohol, and probably yours and other people who have been around the block.
Multifaceted relationship, yeah.
Been drinking since the 90s. But this song is the dark side of drinking. This song is about, in particular in my experience, it was about me and hanging out with people I worked with. And we would go out and run amok. And this is when we were friends with every bartender in the area and run like what you're doing right now, where it's like you get off work and then you're like, where am I going to walk in?
You gotta go make the rounds and say hello.
And being so fucking over. I mean, it's tiring.
Yeah, it's very tiring. There's a big aspect to that too that's not even about socializing at that point and having gotten into, having now tended the bar in the city for going on 9 years and working with the cocktail scene where everybody, towards like the early 2010s and all of that, when everybody was just so obsessed with all of that and what was going on. It was almost like you're networking every second of every day. It's almost like it's a very classic hustle, and I think especially as artists we understand that because being a successful artist involves a hustle every minute of every day, and you're constantly thinking about what's next, and you have very little time to rest, and your gears are constantly grinding toward that purpose. So in a sense, especially because here where we are, people are very career oriented. It's not just about like, I tend bar because I want to do something else. And you get that conversation sometimes from people that are like, oh, what do you really do? Yeah. And ultimately it's, well, this is what I'm standing right here. What do you mean, what do I really do? This is what I'm doing right now.
Not only are you working very hard, but then you're adding 4 hours after work to that, where you're fucking like seeing how much drugs and alcohol you can fit into your body in a short period of time.
It's like you're running the craziest race with yourself. And
with yourself. It's like, and part of me writing this song was questioning, like, who am I trying to prove this to? Like, I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to do any more drugs. I'm just tired. But like, I also there's a big FOMO aspect to it. Like,
oh sure.
I don't, and like I said, I don't know who I was trying to prove this to, but like, I don't want to be the first person to go home. I don't want to be tired, like all this stuff, or I don't want to God forbid I turn down a drink. I used to have this bar I would walk into and all the bartenders knew I drank mezcal, and I just wanted it neat. I didn't want a cocktail, but they all wanted to make me a mezcal cocktail.
Like us and Fernet, as soon as we walk in.
So I would sit down and end up with 3 drinks in front of me. And like, I never, God forbid, I would ever say, no, I'm good. I don't want 3 drinks.
Well, especially if someone's giving it to you, it's kind of like the code.
Drink all of them, or I would just like slide one over to like whoever else is around, and they fucking love me for that. Oh, they love me. I mean, I
always get her extra drink because they gave her 12.
Yeah, exactly.
As college students and as teenagers and as other kind of people going back to your family, you're like, free food. Free food is like whatever it is, free food. Like I'm almost 40 years old, free food.
I mean, talk about like family meal at staff meal.
Oh yeah, everybody's like,
it's like rabid dogs. Like,
it's like a cat who's never been fed in
Are we all that fucking deprived. We're like,
it's just that we put all of
everything.
Right,
Yeah.
but you put all of your eggs in that basket. You're like, I'm going to get free food at 4:30 p.m., so I'm not going to eat before we get there. And it may have just been 2 o'clock since you woke up because you got home at 5. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then like all the free alcohol and flow that I can fit into my body right now because I'm never going to get offered alcohol again.
It is. It's
even though I probably will tomorrow after work again.
Yeah.
I'm tired from working.
Exactly.
I don't know why before work was like a fucking pregame to party.
Right.
Now I'm just like,
just want to go home. Learned that very quickly. There was a lot of people that just said, let's go over here. It was like, I need to go where I can put myself on a soft seat and take off these shoes and possibly these pants and just sit here like a happy pig in shit. Like, yay. Put me in front of the TV, that's fine. It's like 4 a.m. Like, what else do we need to prove at this point? Let's just go. It happens, but the struggle is real. The struggle is very real.
And on that note, cheers to Shitshow.
Ching, ching. Cheers to Shitshow.
Thank you.